Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to SMDS Cyberdots. In this channel, we'll be teaching you a lot of web development, a lot about web development. We're going to teach you a lot from JavaScript. You're going to learn a lot from JavaScript and TypeScript. We're going to teach you about the front end and the back end. We'll teach you a lot of things. Front end, we'll be making use of mostly JavaScript, React. We'll be using NextJS, and we'll be teaching you a lot on the back end too. We're going to do MongoDB. We're going to do Firestore. We're going to do a lot of things. We're going to teach you a lot of secrets, things that will help you to be a good web developer, full stack. It's easy. Some people think it's very difficult, but it is not. It is easy with some dedication and some commitment. In no time, you will see yourself becoming a very wonderful web developer. We're going to start with, in a short while, we're going to show you some already completed websites that we just created recently. And from there, we'll begin to show you how things are done. We are welcome to join us on this ride. I assure you, you are going to learn a lot. So stick with us, like and subscribe, and definitely, you're going to love what we're doing. Thank you. Welcome. All right. In today's video, we are going to be showing you this beautiful looking app, nice looking app. In this app, we have the hero session. This hero session, you see this beautiful image and the introductory part of the web. And we also have this nice looking cards down here. I have all these houses and all these other functionalities. Each of the house you click, you get a more pop-up description of the house. We have the search, where you can search for city locations and you can search for the house, the type of house you wanted. You type it into the search box input, and then you get anything you want um, from the crop of cities and cards and all these other um, items that we have here, different houses in different locations in the city. So um, this app is targeted towards young engineers, young school leavers who most of the engineers are in the engineers in this part of the world. We are normally engaged in three important things. They engage in constructions, they engage in agency, they help you to find houses, and they also engage in some kind of realtor business where they help you to locate lands and connect you to real estate developers who will help you to build to get what you want. So this app is targeted to such people. You have these three functionalities. You can present them to your clients, your potential clients, and make use of it. If you find this app interesting for you, I have the description down in my description panel. You will see everything about it. It is uploaded on GitHub. Go to GitHub, you collect it, you clone it, you fuck it, you do it, use it to your own test, make it yours. It is freely available for you, for the public. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful app. Down here at the footer, we have sessions. We have We have a lot of things in the footer. You can connect to your blog. You can connect to contact us, about us. A lot of functionalities here in the footer. So it's a complete, full functional app. But in this video, we are just going to concentrate on just one part segment of it, the agency, um, where we've already shown you all these things. So stay tuned um, as we go into the real video. Okay, what are your prerequisites? What do you need to know? What do you need to have? First and foremost, you must have Node.js installed in your system, and then Node.js is just go to nodejs.com, go to your Google search and type in nodejs.com. It will take you to this beautiful website where you can download Node.js for your system. If you're making use of Windows, you download the Windows version or whichever version you are making use of. You will need Node.js installed in your system. Get the latest version of Node.js. And when you finish installing it, you can be sure that you have it in your system by going to your Windows command, and there you type node v or node version. And once you see the version given to you, then you will be certain that, of course, Node.js is working in your system. And then after you've done that, another prerequisite, something else that you will need an editor. I usually make use of VS Code. VS Code is a popular editor from Windows, Microsoft. Um, Wonderful editor. I've always found it very interesting. You can do the same thing. Go to Google and type out VS Code, and from there you will be channeled to the website where you can still download your editor, your VS Code for Windows. If you're making use of Windows, you download that, and if you are making use of Linux or any other OS, you can download the version that suits you. Um, I, hi- I have them in the description down below. You can click on them to help you start off. And then, having installed these ones in your system, another basic prerequisites that you should have, you should be able, before you can really follow us properly in this course, you should be able to you should have known HTML already. You should have known HTML. You should know CSS. CSS, at least the basics of these things. HTML, CSS. You should know some JavaScript, and then some React, and some MongoDB. But nevertheless, even if you don't know any of those things, just relax and move with us. Subsequently, you will begin to understand some of these things, and you'll be able to flow accordingly. Like I said, we will start you from the scratch, and then we subsequently go up. There are a lot of videos on some of these trainings. You can go to them, or you can contact me on my comment section. I can guide you on how to really get through with these basics. All right. We will also be making use of. We'll be making use of NextJS. NextJS is our React framework that we're going to be using in this tutorial. NextJS is flexible. NextJS is quite scalable. Is a wonderful framework for React.js. So we're going to be making use of Next.js. We will also be making use of TypeScript. Um, TypeScript is JavaScript, but it's quite more modified a bit. TypeScript help you to overcome most of the the bug issues that you would have gotten while if you're using just JavaScript. You face a lot of bugs, more especially at your development. At your production level. You may not see them in the development level, but by the time you move into production, you begin to see a lot of bugs. But with TypeScript help you to overcome at least 70% or more of these bugs that you would have encountered making use of just JavaScript. So I recommend that after you've learned JavaScript, you should also begin to learn TypeScript. It's easy. Once you can be able to do JavaScript, you can be able to do TypeScript. So we're going to be making use of TypeScript, and of course, we are using MongoDB for our back end. For our back end, we'll be making use of MongoDB. MongoDB is a wonderful back end, and we're making use of it in this particular video. In some of our subsequent videos, we'll be making use of some other kind of back end. We have the Firestore. I also enjoy Firestore, but here we're going to make use of MongoDB because in this MongoDB we're going to use the Realm app. Realm app is an app from the Atlas session of the MongoDB. With that Realm app will use the Realm app for our search functionality. So stay tuned. You will see how that is done by the time we get there, and we'll be making use of. I'll be making use of my Compass too. Compass. I have Compass installed in the system. What Compass does for you is that it makes your work easier. Remember why it is important you understand how to use some of these things is that they make your work easier, they make it efficient. You have a lot of APIs. Some tutorials will take you through APIs. I think there are quite a lot of APIs on buildings and all that. You just connect to already existing APIs and then do the training and all that. But what we do here is that we present you with MongoDB, a back end that will help you to manage your own buildings as you get them from the client. So your MongoDB, you manage your own files, you manage them the way you want them. Some of these other APIs may not really give you the opportunity to manage what you need and the way you need them. So it is important you learn how to be able to manage things by yourself. Okay, we are also going to make use of Cloudinary. Cloudinary is another web another app where you where we will manage our images. Cloudinary is a wonderful package, wonderful organization where images are wonderfully managed. In one of our videos in future, we're going to teach you a lot about what you can do with Cloudinary. All right, so we have our images on Cloudinary, and then we have a back end at the Atlas. And that means by the time we want to, why you need some of these things is that it helps you to be able to make your web development efficient. You know, all your pictures are packed in Cloudinary. Cloudinary have a free tier that you can use, and as a young developer, and then you have your images at Cloudinary, and then you have a lot of data at MongoDB, which is also a free tier, and then at the end of the day, you are left with a small section of your programs, your codes that you can easily upload to your host. And let's say you have a host, GCP, Google Console. You want to host your sites on Google. Those trainings also it's coming just stay tuned, hook up to our channel. They're going to teach you a lot of how you can host your websites on Google. And let's say you have to host on Google where you pay according to the size of your data. As it scales bigger, you pay. Now, if all my images are at Cloudinary and then all my um, data is somewhere else, then I have a little of those left in my Google console, my Google package, my Google platform. You see, that's why you should be able to learn all these other packages. So we're going to make use of Cloudinary for images. We're going to make use of all these other packages, and then you you you'll find this video very, very interesting. All right, without wasting much of your time, let's go straight into the main training. All right, we'll go to our Windows command and open our Windows command, and let me go to the file where I do my designs. Use your CD, change directory, change the documents, and then I move to the folder where I want to do my work. All right, once we're in the folder, I have CD. Once we're in the folder, I'm going to use PMP, PMP, PMPN, create next app at latest. Good. All right. Usually, why I use PMPN is that Node Package Manager, it has a way of reusing the things I already have in my system. Then you're going to follow this question. Say what is your project name. We'll give it a name. We're going to name this project construction tutorial. Would you like to make use of TypeScript? We'll say yes. We are making use of TypeScript in this project. Will you use ESLint? Let's just say no. And the next question, will you be making use of Tailwind? Yes. Source directory? No. Let's forget about the source directory. Would you the app router? Yes. And then let's leave the customize and then enter. All right. Our installation begins. Okay. So I'll pause the video and come back once the installation finishes. All right. Our installation is through. Then I'll CD into the folder where we've created this development construction tutorial. And then once I enter into that folder, I'll say code dot code dot to take me into VS Code. Right. That's beautiful. So our folder opens up into VS Code. This is the default folders, the default files that you are provided with to do your work. So we are going to now we have this app With NextJS, you're provided with an app where you do everything you want to do. We have all these files. All these files are provided by default to help you do your work seamlessly. You have the next config, and you have your package.json, where all your dependencies are. I have these files in my GitHub gist. You can go there and copy them. If yours is giving you a little problem, you can go there, copy my own files so that you will not have any problem following this tutorial. Okay. All right, we're going to start with page. I've removed everything between the main. So you remove everything, and then we just tested this. Let's see if it is working. Just type hello, and then I'll do pm run dev. So pm run dev to test it if it is working, and then this file is supposed to open to my link. It has to open to localhost 3000. So you open your browser and then you type localhost 3000 to see if your installations and configurations are working properly. Yes, mine is working. This is it. Hello. That is written in my main page. Hello. All right. Now, be careful to see how NextJS works. We have that app, and NextJS routes work in that manner. You have app, and then you have your page. So let's move into our layout. Layout is where you put your files, everything. The layout should show the design on how of all your pages, the way you want everything to show in your pages. That's what you will see in layout. So right now I'm importing footer and the navigation bar from components. I have not created them yet, but I know I need them in my work. So I start with footer and navigation. Import footer, import nav from components. Now TypeScript is highlighting it that we don't have this folder. All right, but that is okay. In a short while, we're going to create that folder. So let me remove these default fonts. I like using the Poppins. So I'll change this to Poppins. And then let me change every other thing to Poppins too. So before that, let me import link, because I'll be making use of link too. And then let's clear the enter, make it Poppins, const Poppins, equals to Poppins. So Google have some of these fonts. They now come by default during our installations. So you have a Poppins, and then TypeScript demands that you give the weight of your Poppins. And that we will do. We'll give it a weight 400. Okay, 100. But these good. Now everything is looking well. Everything is looking fine. I have my metadata. Let me change my meta, the title. Let's give it building construction. Construction with an S. All right. It is looking fine. As our meta. You can still have keywords here, but let's just leave it for now. Okay. This is looking good. Change enter to poppins. Poppins. Now save the file. Okay. Everything is looking beautifully well. Save our file and then you're making use of TypeScript. You have to make sure that your files, your coding pans out properly. So this is a layout. Remember that we lay out everything you design in the layout. Layout is like your master page. Whatever you design there will cut across your entire pages. So we're going to create our components, and we create it in the root folder. Call it components with an S. Okay, let's adjust this with S2 and S. All right, and then inside our component folder we'll create our two new files. We'll have the footer.tsx, that's a TypeScript, and then we'll have our auto RFSC as our footer. And then RFSC, if it is not working in your own, just go to the extensions and download it. Download this extension. It will help you with that snippet. So I have my footer, I have my navigation, and I'm going to create an index file within the components so that I will be everything I put in the components, I will import them here and also export them from here so that it will be easier for me to do my work. So I'll import my nav, I'll import my footer, and then I'll still export the same from my index file. So it will be very easy to refer to everything in one file. Right? Save this and then let's close this too so that we'll have some space to work. Let's close them. Then let's go check footer, my layout, that's a capital F. Good. All right. Everything is checking out. Good. Okay. As our navigation, our footer. Remember, this is what we want to design. This is our welcome page. This is what we intend to do. I have this button, login buttons, and this is what I intend to design. All right, we'll do a div, and then within the div, we'll do a main. And let's give the div a class name of gradient. And then let's give our main class name of app. And then let's bring in a paragraph here. Let's do a div before bringing in a paragraph. No. What do we do? Okay. I think we should just bring in a paragraph. Or let's do a div and then a paragraph. Yeah. All right. The div, will give it a class name. We'll give it a Z index of 10. We'll make the width full. We'll make a maximum width of 5. And then we'll make the item center. Justify between. We'll give it a font mono. Want it to be different font. We'll give it a text for small items. So for large screens, we'll make it a flex. All right, for the paragraph, we'll make it fixed. Give it a class name. Let's make it fixed. Oh, it appears my Tailwind IntelliSense is not working properly. I've been trying to have it pop up, but it's not showing. Something went wrong. All right, I fixed it. All right, we have fixed. And then let's take it to the left at 0, top 0, and make it flex with the full width. Justify between. Justify between. No, let's do it justify between, not justify center. That's a mistake. Just justify between as a difference. And then let's make our font mono. Okay, let's go border B. Make the border gray 300. Then let's give it a background BG or gradient. Gradient to be I just hope I get what I want. Right, let's give it the padding bottom 6, padding top, padding top 8. Let's give it a backdrop blur to Excel, dark border neutral 800. Let's choose 800. Okay. Okay. Let's do, for large screen, we want it to be different. And for smaller screens, we will also want it to be different. So that's why I'm trying to make sure large screen, I'll make it a grid 200 for padding 4. Dark large screen, okay, dark background zinc, background zinc 800. I'll do a fill transparent. I think that's okay. That's okay. Let's do a run dev and see if I have what I needed. Okay. Wow. No, this is what I need. I need this transparent screen. At the time I change various pages, I like this transparent screen above the navigation bar kind of is fixed. See, everything is passing through it, and when it passes, I just like that feature. So I want it, saw it, I wanted it. So I need it. So what is missing? What is missing? Let's go back and find out. Refresh it. I don't think it's working. Something is missing. Let's find out. Let's figure it out. What is missing? Okay, I think I need to remove this div here and make this one a self-closing tag. Yes, a self-closing div. Okay, let me fix a few things. Something is not right. Okay, the div here should be there. Div. Right.
I think it's okay now. All those red squirrely lines, once you have them, you need to really check them, right? Move the space, refresh. Wow, that's it. This is what I want. This is it. Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And then I'll put my paragraph. I'll say, let's get you up to speed with the best available option. Good. I'll save that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. This is it. All right, we'll bring in our link. I'll need our login button to href. We'll remove these relative. Bring in our class name. Make it a black underscore btn. And then we'll give it a z index. Let's give it a z index 222. Just make it 2. Wow, just make it 220 or whatever. We just want it to be on the top. Okay. And then login. Right. Write our login. Okay. I have to close the link first. Notice that my link has a little problem. Okay. Close the link. And then I'll write my login. That's it. I'll save. Everything seems okay. I'll save and then I'll refresh. This is what I want. Okay. Let's wait for it. Oh, there's a break. Something is not proper. Okay, I was using a small L, whereas it should be the NextJS L. That's a big L. Okay, that's it. It's working properly. That's beautiful. That's what I want. When I'm scrolling, it enters under it. It's a kind of transparent. You're seeing it. That's just it. Look at the logo, everything. So you're scrolling, it's a bit transparent, moving under it. Right. Let's bring in our navigation. As the nav bar. The navigation bar will now come in. We want the children to be between the navigation and the footer. So I'll bring in the children and then I'll bring in the footer under it, so that every page will have this nav bar above and then the footer below it. And then within the children, we can now make different pages to look the way we want them. Okay, this is what you do so that your footer will be under, the nav is above. We'll save that. And then we'll move to the navigation bar, navigation components. Okay, I'll start by I'll need to zoom this in a bit. All right, I import my link from next link. Next, I will import use state. I'll make use of use state in this component. So let me import my use state. Use states from React. And then let's import icon from React icon. I'll make use of icon. Menu icon that I'll make use of for small screens, I'll need that outline menu for small screens. All right, HR line menu from React icons /hi. All right, because of our use state, we'll make it a use client. Want it to render the client side. Then let me remove these and bring in a block. Get a template. Enter. And then let me bring in the link. First of all, let me have this fragment link. And then let me have my navigation nav element. And between the nav elements, I'll give it a class name of flex. Do flex. Do margin top 20. I'll do padding top 1. 1 is okay. Let me do a border. And let's give it some color. Border sky 200. The general border sky 200 and the padding, general padding of 4. All right, I'll bring in a div here. Do my div. And then I'll give it a class name of flex. Flex 1 and justify between. All right. All right, I'll bring in my link. link. Give it a class name. For that, let me give it a href. Okay, let me give it a href. Home page, and then my class name. When I hover, should have a cursor pointer, a pointer cursor. And let's give it a margin top of 2. I think that will be okay. And then in my link, I'll have an image, self-closing tag. My image should have a source. Um, uh, Impact logo or JPG. I have an alt of logo. Let's give it a width 150. And let's give it a height of 150. All right, this is what we want. This is what we want. Yep. Okay. All right, for 1 second there, I thought the application was going to break. Now the image is not showing just because we don't have our image in the public folder yet. So I just have these two images, the Vercel image and the other image. So for the meantime, we're going to make use of this image, and later we'll bring in our logo to complete the design. So we're going to make use of the Vercel image. Let me put it on there. Let me remove the logo. All right. Let me put the Vercel, the NextJS image, or we can bring in the Vercel image. Any image you bring in here, that is what is going to show up. So temporarily, we're going to use either the Vercel image or the NextJS image just for a temporary demonstration. Okay. All right. After the link, let's bring in a div. Let's bring in our div, and let's bring in our link again. Let's fix this. Yep. And then we'll write our constructions, the label that will be displayed there. Constructions. Okay, we're trying to do this. Constructions, realtors, and agents. All right. We want to put these three links so that when you click them, you can go to on the various pages where they lead you to. So in order to do that, we will continue with the links, right? Give it a class name first. Let's make a class name. The href. All right. We'll send it to constructions. That's it. That's just what we need. We'll copy it and then we'll paste it to three places. And then we'll remove these and replace it with real tools. Let's remove this also. And then let's press our Control Alt key so that we can write the two of them at the same time. So we have real tools. Do the same thing here. We'll change both of them simultaneously by pressing our Control Alt and then agents. Just hold on your Alt key and click on both places. That will work. I'll make it work properly. All right, to have it clustered here, we'll use something is not right. We want it to be separated properly. So let's look at the code. Go to it, add some tailwind to make it properly. What am I missing here? What am I missing here? The div, okay. The div that connects both of them. We'll give it a class name. Call it flex. Make it flex. And give it a gap of 3. We'll put our logo text, logo underscore text, and then for small devices, we'll make it hidden. For small devices, we'll make it hidden. All right? That's it. That's what we need. Good. Right? You see, when we click any of those links, it goes to a 4.4 page. So let's create those pages. Well, first of all, let's just change this to hello as we have them. Let's just change this hello to welcome as we have it in the original page. Let's just say welcome. Yeah, just welcome. And then we want to create pages for those links, the constructions. So what we do, you go to the root of a folder, go to the root folder and the app, and under the app you now create a folder, call it constructions. This is how it works in NextJS. We'll call it constructions, and then under that constructions We now create a page. No, page. Page.tsx. Page.tsx. And that page is created. We say RFAC. And then our page. Let's remove those names and write it constructions. All right. We'll go back to the app. We'll create another folder and we call it Realtors. And under the Realtor, we'll create another file. We'll create a file. We'll call it the page TSX. That's how it works in NextJS. Route by creating pages. All right. Remove the page and replace it with Realtors. Realtors. All right, let's correct this. This should be a small p, not a big letter P. A small letter P will do. All right. We still have one more. Let's create the agent. I'll get a folder. We'll call it agents. And then under the folder, we create a new file. We'll call it page.tsx. That's the default. Any page you want to create in NextJS, you create a folder and then you create a page file in that folder. That is how to route from page to page. That's a default. That's it. So we have our 3 pages now. We have our 3 pages as we've already created those links. So when we now click on constructions, we have constructions. Click on Realtors. We have our Realtors. If you look at the URL, you'll also see that those pages are also changing at the link. All right. So you have agents, you have Realtors, and then you have that. All right. That's good. That's real good. Now let's go to our. All right. Let's work on the footer. We'll control click the footer. We'll go takes us to the footer page. All right. This is what we need to do. We need to bring all this into our footer. Okay. Remember to like and subscribe on our page. All right. First and foremost, we are going to import our image. Next image. And then we will import a link. Next link. Import a link from next link. And then we're going to import the constant that we're going to be using to do this work. Call it the footer links from constants. Import footer links. Import footer links from at constant. We're here to create that constant folder. We're here to create that constant folder. As you see, it's highlighted. It's already Tailwind is complaining. So we'll create that folder immediately. Go to our root folders and then we'll create a folder. Create a folder. We'll call it constants. And inside the folder, we'll create a file. call it index. Create an index.tsx, and then if you go to my gist, you will see those files. Just copy it from the gist and paste it into this place. So that's it. This is all we need. We need all those links. You look at my gist, you'll see a lot of links that I've created that I used in this work. So we still have a lot of things we want to do in this work, but in this video we're simply talking about the agents. So this is the links we'll be using in the footer. They're already here, so just copy them from my gist. Go to my gist, I'll go to my GitHub. I'm going to paste them all in the description at the end of this video. So just wait for it. All right, get back to this file. I'll remove all these and simply open up for a template. All right, in this template, I'll start with my footer nav, and in my footer nav, I'll have my div. And within this div, we'll have an image, self-closing tag for the image, self-closing image, and let's give this a class name. Let's give it a flex. Let's give it a flex dash column. Let's give it a text black 100. Let's make it a margin top of 5. Let's give it a border y dash 2. That is 2 pixels around the y border, both sides. That is it. Then let's give the div a class name of flex. Let's make it maximum and medium devices. Medium devices, we'll have it as a flex column. We'll have it as a flex wrap. So let it wrap in medium devices. And then let's give it a justify between with a gap of 5. And then for small devices, we'll have it as a, let's do it 16. Okay. Let's still have a div here. Let's bring our image into this div. First of all, let's just give it a class name. Give it a class name for flex. Flex column. Let's make it a justify start. And make it an item start. And let's give it a gap of 6. Gap of 6. We want the logo to be a little bit away from the other item. So let me bring my image into this place. All right, that's it. Now let's give our image a source. Let's give our image a source. Let's give it an impact logo. Impact dash underscore logo dot jpg. That's our image. Let's give it an alt of logo. Let's give it a width. I find 118, a good width size. Let's give it a height of 22. All right, let's give it a class name. Object dash contain. All right, let's save and refresh. Refresh. Okay, that's our image. We've already brought it into my public folder. So soon I'm going to change that for cell. All right, let's put the P. We'll simply say SMDS constructions 2023 with a breaking tag, and then we'll write all rights reserved. All rights reserved, ampersand copy. So we'll put ampersand copy. Class name, text, base, agree 700. Come back to my ampersand, put a semicolon. Right, that's it. That's a copyright there. And then after this div right here, I'll have another div, and in this div I'm going to bring in my footer links. My footer links dot. I'm going to bring my footer links. First and foremost, let me work on this div. I'll give a class name, call it footer links, footer underscore links. That's what I have in my global CSS file. Footer links, footer underscore links, double underscore. All right. I'll say footer links dot map. Give it an item. Give it an item. Narrow. Template. I have my div, and in this div I'll give this a key, give it a key, item dot title. And this is a beauty of TypeScript. If you do things properly, TypeScript will always give you suggestions of what you already have. Right? Class name, give it a class name of footer underscore link. Right? And then I have a h3. With my h3, let me just bring in my items dot link. Okay, item dot title, item dot title. Right, let me have my class name, font, excuse me, I'm having flex column, gap 5. Right under my h3, I will have a div. I'll have a div with a class name, flex, flex column, flex dash call, gap of 5, and between my div I'll have my item dot links dot map, map. I'll give it a link, now do take my arrow function, I was wondering why I have all those red marks. Arrow function, now my template, and then I have my link, and between those links I'll have my title, but let's give it a class name. Ouch. I'll give it a key, link dot title, that's my key. I'll give it a href, link dot url, link dot url, and then I'll give it a class name of TextGree, text dash gray 500. And between those links I'll have my link dot title. All these are found in my constants, the index constants. Go to that file, you will see them. And then you'll see why we have all this. When I save and refresh, this is what I've got.